Hi all and welcome to another video. A lot of you ask about forks in Bitcoin. What are they? What do they mean? And no, I don't mean dinner forks. These kinds of forks are changes in the blockchain itself, changes in how Bitcoin operates. Think of it like a fork in the road. When you come to one, you can continue on the road you've been on, or you can turn onto the different road. The past of the two roads are the same, but their future can now be very different. This video is going to explore some Bitcoin forks, some examples of Bitcoin forks like Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold, and what these forks mean to the user, what they mean to you. Blockchains are built on rules. For example, how big is a mining block? These rules, however, can be changed, and how they're changed depends on what type of fork is happening. First off, we have what is called a soft fork. This is when a change is backwards compatible. This type of change is compatible with the blockchain that previously existed, meaning those that use old nodes, those that don't follow the update to the software, can still participate in the network as a whole. Hard forks break that backwards compatibility. For example, Bitcoin Cash, a hard fork of Bitcoin, made mining blocks larger, 8 megabytes versus 1 megabyte for Bitcoin. This meant that nodes that didn't upgrade will not accept the blocks larger than 1 megabyte. So a fork occurs. Nodes that accept larger blocks and nodes that don't. But because these share the same history, there is a way to actually gain the amount of Bitcoin you had onto the new forked blockchain. For example, when Bitcoin Cash came out, you could actually redeem the same amount of Bitcoin Cash as what you had in a Bitcoin wallet. You have both. That's because they share the same historical blockchain, even though they don't communicate with each other anymore. But don't fall for any traps. There were a lot of scams that came out around Bitcoin Cash, and it caused a lot of people to lose both their Bitcoin and their Bitcoin Cash. Never share your private keys. I can't emphasize that enough. Instead, you should use the old private keys from an address from before the fork and use that to redeem your tokens while keeping your old Bitcoin as well. That way you can keep both. Also, forks can cause problems when sending coins to other people. For example, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash actually share very similar legacy addresses. They look basically identical. So a wallet can accidentally let you send Bitcoin to a Bitcoin Cash wallet or vice versa. If this happens, you might be shit out of luck, unless you use certain wallets. For example, Bitcoin.com has instructions like I'm showing here, but it's better to avoid falling into this trap in the first place. Instead, use SegWit addresses for Bitcoin and Cash addresses for Bitcoin Cash. Don't use those legacy addresses to begin with. I hope this video has been useful in explaining Bitcoin forks. This has been a lot of fun to put together and to research into. If you have any questions about the technicalities of Bitcoin, let me know. I'll be happy to make another video about it. But until then, I'll see you next time.